All right, I need everybody to get up out your seat because it's time to start the Cassandra Show! Oh, yeah.
Everyone, and welcome to the Cassandra Show. You know what I need y'all to do? I need y'all to go ahead and get all comfy, grab that bubbly beverage, and let's get this show started! Let's get it started! Woo! Y'all, it's time to break down the hottest stories straight from the streets, or they would say the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To your screens. Let's see what's buzzing, what's blowing up, and what's got everyone talking. From wild celebrity drama to jaw-dropping headlines. We the people have questions. And let's see if we can get some answers. Here we go. Let's dive in. Who y'all? Now, this is something else. 3 Houston teens are in some serious trouble after allegedly attacking their mom just because she turned off the Wi-Fi.
Allegedly.
What? Allegedly. So authorities say the teens ages 14, 15, and 16 had a full-blown meltdown when their internet was cut off late Sunday night. So the situation took a dark turn when the teens reportedly chased their mom through the house all the way into the street, armed with kitchen knives.
Oh, no.
Crickets. As if that wasn't bad enough, the teens allegedly hit their mom with a brick and knocked down their grandmother when she tried to step in.
Not the grandma.
My Jesus, not grandma too. Now, thankfully, no one was seriously injured, but now the teens are facing aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge. They're currently sitting in juvenile detention, as they call juvie, likely learning a very hard lesson about the dangers of letting tech take over your life. All this over a Wi-Fi? Yeah, y'all, entitlement is real. Now, what you gotta say about that?
Sis, I don't have anything specific to say. I'm left with a bunch of questions.
When I tell you...
Like, where's the daddy and the granddaddy?
What would have happened if they were there?
They would have... I'll show you what would have happened.
Come on.
Ain't finna be.
Come on.
No, chasing your mama.
Keep pressing this.
And your grandmama. Yeah,
Chris,
man.
let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. So one day when I was younger, my mom said something to me, and I said, "Oh, you're going to have to catch me first."
Oh, you did?
Exactly.
And then she kept you.
The question about where is dad and all of that, y'all, my dad showed up about 6 o'clock. And he let me know that if I ever tried my mama like that again, I would be 6 feet under the ground.
But the grandma too, sis?
No, you can't. You don't touch grandma.
Nothing like this.
Nobody
ever.
touches grandma. Now, let me tell you something. It is frustrating in a house when you're trying to get kids to pay attention. So I have 3 children, and one thing I thought about doing was actually changing the password so that they couldn't get into it, and then they would do their chores. But I mean, kids, this is violence. Like, just because you don't have internet, because you can't go to Instagram, because whatever, you will hurt your mom, you'll hurt your grandma.
Yeah.
Well, the truth about it is that you will go to jail. So you just go ahead and try me like I tried my mama. I never touched my mama and never raised my voice, but I just asked her to catch me that day, and I almost died. So think about chasing after your grandmother and your mother with knives.
Can we say hell?
Yes, go ahead. Say H-E-double-L.
It's worse places to go than jail.
Yes.
You put your hands on your grandma.
You going to H-E-double-L.
Yeah, you gonna wish you went to jail.
When I tell you, let's move on to this next story. Child, please. So hold up, folks. 23andMe, the company that made it trendy to spit in a tube and find out your ancestry, just filed for bankruptcy. And you already know people are freaking out about what this means for their precious genetic data. The company's saying everything's secure, but after that major data breach last year, it's no surprise that people are skeptical. Millions of people trusted 23andMe with their DNA, and now the company is looking for a buyer to take over. So who's about to get their hands on all this sensitive genetic information?
I don't want to hear no
With the
Elon
world
Musk.
already questioning exactly privacy. The world is already questioning privacy in the tech industry. This is a major concern. Will your DNA be sold to the highest bidder, or is the company going to get its act together? We're watching this one closely. Any 23andMe customers over here? 23andMe?
No, ma'am.
No?
No, that
23
ain't
and
my
not?
kind of thing.
I
It's
know
a
my
23
cousins.
and not me.
No, you never tried this? Anything
I've
like this?
never tried it.
Me neither.
But let me tell you what
neither.
people are thinking. So I was on the internet, scrolling,
Yeah.
and they were like, okay, this is what could happen. An insurance company could buy that information, and now it has all the genetic DNA, and it would have the possibility of raising your insurance policy based on what they find in your medical history. So everybody is saying delete all of your information from 23andMe. Let's say it one more time for the people in the back.
Say it.
Y'all better delete 23andMe. They in trouble. And you could be going with them if you don't delete. Let's move on. 23 and not me.
Sorry.
So, y'all, what is going on in Florida? And why does it always have to be Florida?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
If it ain't a Florida man, it's a Florida woman. If it ain't a Florida man, woman, it's
Or
Florida
Florida
dog.
gator.
It's just something. So a man was arrested after allegedly driving his car right into a group of protesters outside a Tesla dealership. Yep. These protesters were rallying against Tesla, but things took a dangerous turn when the driver slammed his car into them. Now, fortunately, again, like with the kids and the knives and the bricks and all that stuff, no one was injured. But now, the rumor mill is a-churning. It's a-churning. There are whispers on social media that this man might actually work for Tesla. No concrete evidence to support that, but one thing's for sure.
No.
None. It's alleged, Chris.
Okay.
I get the whole alleged thing again. So this story is getting messier by the minute. Let's hope the police get to the bottom of it. Is this not crazy?
The whole story is crazy.
I can't understand.
People got hit by a car, but nobody's hurt.
Again,
He might work there,
maybe.
but he might not.
It's a lot of alleged.
I can laugh because no one's hurt, so I don't care what nobody's saying.
When I tell you,
Hey, it's-
I just don't understand. It gets more and more interesting in this world we live in every single day.
gosh.
All right, well, let's move on.
Oh, gosh.
Y'all, Auntie Wendy is done. D-O-N-E!
Ooh.
Exclamation point. She's done. The queen of daytime talk, Wendy Williams, is making waves once again, but this time it's about her conservatorship. She was spotted in New York City practically screaming, "I deserve freedom, darling," as she continues to battle her family over her guardianship. Wendy's family insists that she's doing fine and that the conservatorship is necessary, but Miss Williams isn't having it. She's making it crystal clear that she wants out, and fans are rallying behind her, including me, because I'm a huge fan of yours, Miss Williams. So what's really going on here? Are the courts holding her back, or is there more to the story than we know? And I would say yes, there's always more to the story
Always.
than we know, but are the courts holding her back? That's a question based probably on the information that her conservator person that's holding on to her feeds to the courts.
Yeah.
But the last thing I heard, she passed a competency test and did extremely well. So let's see what happens. I hope you get your freedom. You deserve it, Miss Thing.
darling.
Let's move on, darling. All right. So this just got juicy. Diddy's legal troubles just took a turn, for the worse. Y'all, his high-powered attorney, Tony Busby, has officially dropped him, walking away from 15 cases, including some of the most high-profile ones. So Busby was the one handling several of Diddy's legal battles, but child, he is out. Just like Wendy, he won't out. So the timing of this move is seriously suspicious, especially as Diddy's facing some heavy charges in multiple ongoing cases. This just raises even more questions about what's really happening behind closed doors. What's next for Diddy's defense team? Anybody know? Anyone? Surprise, surprise.
I say
This
what's
whole
next.
case is just getting out of hands. Isn't it that the second lawyer that actually
Yes.
walked away from this whole case?
Yes. The other one said he just couldn't have nothing
Yes,
else. That
that's
was
what I
after
remember.
all of the necro, whatever.
Philia?
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Possible, allegedly.
More alleged. But I'll tell you what's gonna happen next. Since for y'all who don't know,
Tell us.
So,
he gonna pay another couple million to another lawyer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
And then what? They're just gonna keep draining him until it's all gone?
You can try all you want.
Oh, it's that much.
made
Well,
a
he
lot of
wrote a
money.
lot of hits.
Yes.
So then he should be
You
fine.
can try all you want.
Oh
There's
man.
more where that came from.
Listen, they say if you do the crime, you need to pay the time. You need to do the time. In this situation, we need all the evidence that is true to be presented. So many cases just got thrown out, if I'm not mistaken. Allegedly, they were thrown out because they just had no kind of merit to them.
Right,
yeah.
So you can't just say, oh, he did this to me and think you're going to go to court and get $50 million. So they found a lot of those cases to be like,
Frivolous.
thank you, that's the word. Ding, 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 ding. Frivolous. They were frivolous. So listen, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, joining me on the Lavender Couch is the one and only Samantha Miner. Y'all do not want to miss her. It's going to be fabulous. Sit back, relax, and For the Culture is going to play you out of here. For the Culture! Hey! Guys, that was funky. I just
so
love
much.
it. Listen, everybody, welcome back to the Sissandra Show. Tonight, we have a truly inspiring guest who has faced some of life's toughest challenges and emerged stronger than before.
Hey.
Yes, I love that song. I had to sing. That was a
I
little
don't know
shocker,
it.
y'all.
What is that?
She emerged stronger than ever, from battling cancer twice to raising 7 children while keeping her faith intact. Her story is one of resilience, strength, and unwavering determination. Y'all, please welcome to the Lavender Couch, Miss Samantha Miner. Samantha. fabulous. You definitely don't look like what you've been through.
Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
all because of God.
Won't he do it?
Every time.
Come on, y'all. Won't he do it? It is such a delight to have you here with us. During the darkest times of your life, Samantha, what did each day feel like when you had to push yourself just enough to take care of your 7 children while feeling like you had nothing left for yourself?
Honestly, it felt like being in a pit, trying to claw my way out, but at the same time, I didn't really feel like I could do it. Because in the beginning, me and God weren't rocking together like that in the beginning.
Okay.
It took going through all the trials and tribulations to realize God has a calling on my life. And that's what got me through.
Is that realizing that you had the test for the testimony?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Not
absolutely.
always easy, but they say he won't put more on us than we can bear.
No.
I mean,
I know you be like, God, you sure I can do all this? You sure
exactly.
I can take all this?
That's exactly what it
So
was.
there must have been times when you felt the world was against you. In those moments, how did you confront your own fear and pain?
Oh, honestly, so God separated me from all the people that were in my life. So it was just me and him.
The
And
purge. And it's
That's exactly what it
yes.
was. And honestly, I was still reaching out to people that he didn't want to have in my life. But I felt like I needed someone to help me through it. And I wasn't really going to him. I was praying to him, but still going to other people. So I always share my testimony. I found God, me laying on my bedroom floor, curled up in the fetal position, crying out to Jesus.
Wow.
And so many things just changed. I started to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then people started coming to me.
To you.
Yeah. Even in my time of need, when I was in need, I'm like, Lord, how am I going to help them? And I need help.
How am I help them when I'm trying to help myself get through this?
Exactly. But it was in helping other people as they were calling on me that I realized, oh, okay, this is what we're doing, God. Okay.
Yes.
And the more that I started helping other people, the more I started to heal.
Wow. You started to understand the service and the ministry of the test you were going through. So you faced so many challenges that most couldn't even imagine. What was the turning point when you realized that you could either let these hardships break you or turn them into a source of strength?
Oh my goodness. I would say that only came in the last couple of years.
Really?
Oh yeah, it only came in the last couple of years. And it was just sitting still in God's presence. And people don't want to do that. They don't want to hear that.
Even though it says be still and know,
And no.
it's hard for us to be still because we feel like we actually have some kind of control over what's happening in the future. We can make it turn out the way we want to.
Exactly. And we have no control over it.
Zero.
The control that I had to learn, because I was a bona fide control freak. I labeled myself a control freak.
Wow.
And I wanted everything, and I wanted it right now. I wanted it right now. Lord, I want the healing right now. I want the finances right now. I want my kids to behave right now. But it was a process of learning to trust God. And then once I began to trust him, that's when all the things started changing. And then I looked back on all the trials of my life. And I realized, wait a minute, he was there.
He was there.
He never left me nor forsake me. So hold on. So no matter what I'm going through in this moment, I know that if he got me through all that, he's going to get me through this too.
Come on now. Now that's faith. That's what I'm talking about. You better speak it into existence.
Yeah.
I trust you, Lord.
Yes.
Yes.
Even when I can't see you. Even when
You
I
better
can't
say- go
even when I
ahead.
can't feel you. Because there are those times where he's quiet. Or we're just not listening. Which one is it though? You know, those are the times I have to sit and like, okay, is this a lesson that I have to learn? He's just being quiet to make sure that I'm using all the tools he already gave me. Or do I have too much going on in my life that I can't hear him? Are there distractions and I
Yes.
can't hear him?
So how do you silence all those things so you can hear him?
So I have a spot in my backyard.
Oh, I love it. Tell us about your special spot.
So it's a garden. But then I have a table out there, and the kids know I'll get my Bible, I get my journal, all my pens and my highlighters, and I get my gospel music, and I go sit outside.
Oh, I love
There's
it.
no telling how long I'll be out there. I could be out there
And they
for...
just leave you there peacefully?
Oh, yeah. Once in a while, they'll
How
come
old
and
were you-
sit.
How old were your kids when you were diagnosed with cancer?
Oh, man. There's a lot of kids.
It is. I got
it.
3, and I think I got enough. But 7?
Yeah, I can tell you how old the age range is now, 11 to 26.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So I'm the last of 8. I love big families.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I love big families. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know how my mom did it. And with you going through what you went through with cancer and having the kids, how did you manage to keep them peaceful?
So,
Mom.
so here's the interesting thing. One thing that I will never forget. So in 2019, they removed a 7-centimeter tumor from my vena cava, which it wasn't good. I was cut from my sternum to my pelvis. And I had a recliner, a couch that had 3 recliners attached to it. And I couldn't sleep in the bed because I couldn't lay down flat. So what my youngest daughter, Jada, would do, and my daughter, Samara, they actually would sleep on the couch with me.
Oh, that's
and
so sweet.
after probably about a week, I told them, I said, you can't do this with me anymore. You guys have to go to your room. My daughter, Maya, I was struggling to walk. I had to regain all that muscle and everything. She would make fun of me while doing it, but she would take me outside to go walk. And I would tell her, I'm like, Maya, it hurts. I can't. I have to go back home. And she's probably not going to like that I tell this joke, but she's like, Mom, you act like someone from my 600-pound life. Because they wouldn't want to exercise. She said, that's how you're acting. So just the laughter is what helped me get me through. So each of my kids, they all took a part in
sound
it.
so optimistic, too. That's so awesome.
Because a lot of the things that I've been through in life, they saw, because I had them so early.
That's amazing that you had such an incredible group from you around you to help you get through this. So when everything felt like it was falling apart, how did you manage to stay connected to your faith or even grow stronger in your faith? Because you said you and Jesus didn't rock like that.
So what happened was I had this friend, her name was Danielle, and she had this godmother, Miss Mimi. Well, Miss Mimi was a spiritual life coach. And so when I was diagnosed again in 2021, went through chemo radiation in 2022, after each session of chemo, I would go home, get on my PJs, get in the bed with a snack, because I still like to eat.
Right, that's good.
I would get on Zoom with Miss Mimi, and she would coach me through it. We'd go through Bible scriptures. It's what she would call killing the cancers that cause cancer. So revisiting all of the childhood trauma that I went through, because it was a lot. And then there was a lot of adult trauma. So just going with me back and unpacking all of that. And she's the one who helped me see, like, God never left you. He was there.
He was there.
And so I owe a lot to the both of them, because that's what jump-started me on my walk with God.
To getting closer. That's amazing. It's a wonderful thing to have a friend that can lead you closer. And then now you're leading other people.
Absolutely.
Isn't that awesome? You founded Devoted to Her, which is a Christian women's wellness brand. How did you identify the need for this kind of platform in the first place?
It was all God.
Okay, come on. He gets all the glory.
He does,
Come
because
on.
honestly, before Devoted to Her, I had a clothing line and I was a makeup artist. And it was all the glitz and glam. There's no glitz and glam when it comes to candles, you know?
I don't know. Those look good.
Well, that's right.
I love them. These are stunning candles.
Thank you.
You sure there's no glitz and glam?
So
When
you
I
know, a
tell
little
you,
bit. There's a little razzle dazzle.
Come to your house. This might go home in my purse. No, I'm just kidding. This is so beautiful.
Thank you. So what ended up happening was, it was 2019 after the surgery. I couldn't sleep, and I was just up all night. And God has a funny way of doing things.
Yes.
I went from watching fashion videos and makeup tutorials to all of a sudden a video popped up of all natural soy candles.
Wow.
And at the time I was thinking I wanted to start leaving things out, like not buying so many things with chemicals. And so I just started staying up all night for months watching candle videos.
Wow.
And so I credit my daughter Samara, because when my birthday came around in November, she said, okay, you want a Sephora gift card? What are we doing this year? I said, I want a candle making kit. And she's like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm fine. And so she bought me this candle making kit, and I started making candles, learning how to do it, the ins and outs, but I didn't want to look like everyone else. And so that's where the beautiful vessels come in at, because I want them to stand out and be a piece of decor in your home.
They definitely stand out, and I love the words on this one. This says, case of the X. And y'all, you open it up, and it smells so good. This is how your ex smell.
You know what?
Yo!
It's one of those X's that you smell, and it's just like, oh Lord, keep them away, because
When I tell you, Yes, I had that experience, I'm going to say really quickly, and it's almost time for us to go. I was walking down the street in New York, and somebody passed by me that had on a cologne from an ex, and I was like,
Yep, see?
that PTSD hit me so hard. So yes,
So
that
that's-
smells so beautiful.
So that's like having the ex around without the PTSD.
Yes, we don't
Yeah.
that
Come
part,
on.
and it is beautiful. All of your candles are
Genius.
stunning.
Thank
You are such an overcomer, and we are so happy to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for visiting us. For all of our viewers, God bless you. Thank you for joining us, and we're gonna be right back here tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Ow!
Miss Samantha Minor, put your hands
Let's do it.
together.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen so that you can check out the exclusive content only on the Sandra Show.
Yes.